like it's hot and some sweat when the heat is on.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of What's Up, Doc. Are you melting, Dr. Funkenberry? What's happening?
I'm having a meltdown, but not like Mel Gibson. What's up, everyone?
I hear it's a little hot where you are, but I think it's a little hotter for Mel Gibson these days.
It's always hot for me, but yeah, Mel Gibson, man, that guy, I don't know, he's getting more lives than a cat, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. Leaked conversations between him and this Oksana chick, I don't even bother to learn her last name. It's not worth my brain space. Yeah, leaked conversations of Mel just going crazy on her. It does seem like some of the conversations were edited, but he's going nuts regardless. She's saying she didn't release the tapes, but who the hell did? I'm sure Mel didn't want that crap out there, dropping the N-bomb and other things. And it just seems like every day we're getting another track of him going crazy. I mean, there's more tracks of Mel out than there is of Drake right now. It's crazy. But Mel clearly is not sane. We knew in the early 90s they dropped some stuff about gay people and said it was wrong because they couldn't procreate and other stuff. And then the stuff with the Jewish people back in 2004, 6 years ago, and he kind of got a second chance with that, kind of getting his career around. But you know, we hear about these leaked, we hear the leaked tapes, we hear him going crazy. We heard that the Oksana girl is saying that while she was holding their baby, he punched her in the mouth and knocked out her 2 front teeth. I don't know whether to believe this girl or not, even though Mel is clearly quite not sane. I mean, what are your 2 cents on it?
It's a weird one because, yeah, he sounds completely psychotic and deranged on these calls, but then on the one hand, I'm listening to them and I'm like, why doesn't she just hang up? Like, why is she, I mean, I don't know. I do not feel a lot of compassion for him, but at the same time, I think about her situation and, clearly he did not know he was being recorded, and I agree with you. I think she had to have been the one that leaked the tape, so to pretend she didn't is sort of ridiculous, but kind of reminds me of the shades of the whole Alec Baldwin thing with Kim Basinger with the daughter and all that stuff. But, yeah, he sounds like a completely deranged crazy man. And
the reason that she didn't hang up is because she was recording and just knew she'd get stuff. I don't know. I just feel now maybe when you're going to tell off a girl, you better tell her off in text messaging like I do. At least the stuff doesn't get recorded in a text messaging you kind of deny.
No,
okay.
You got to do that stuff face to face. That's the safest way in this day and age.
You mean we got to man up?
No cameras. You got to man up. No cameras. No text messages. You got to do it face to face. All right. Speaking of faces and beautiful faces.
Yes.
Speaking of beautiful faces, you have some nice photos up on your site.
Hot like soup is Sofia Vergara. The Modern Family hotness celebrated her 38th birthday over the weekend. 38? Are you kidding me?
Wow, really? Oh, my God. Hard to believe.
And that body is just amazing. And that face, and she even has the cutest little toes. We got shots of her just chilling on the beach with her Golden Globes hanging out. Oh, man, I'd rather talk about that all day instead of frickin' Mel Gibson. Yeah, Sofia Vergara is quite a sight. Yeah, and only 38 years old. I mean, looks way younger and has finally a hit show. I mean, people have known about Sofia Vergara for quite a long time, but she's basically hit the mainstream this year, and I'm hoping that she has many, many birthdays looking that hot, and one day maybe she'll end up in the doc's bedroom for a physical exam or something.
Okay, moving on, yes. Sorry to lose you there a little bit, Dr. Funkenberry.
Yeah, it's a little heat over. Sorry.
Yeah, a little heat exhaustion sounds like. I'll chalk it up to that. But we have another Latin beauty, specifically a Spanish beauty, in the news this week. Some nuptials we heard about.
Nurse, can I get an IV? All right. Yeah, Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem. Together, married. It's been quite a while. You know what's interesting? I think they hooked up at one of our friends' house parties that he used to have back in the day, Prince, because Penelope and Javier would attend those parties, but they weren't together at the time. And then, lo and behold, for quite a few years, we've heard about Javier and Penelope being very inseparable, and they make an absolutely great couple. And they got married with very little fanfare over a couple weekends ago. Not this weekend where there was major celebrity weddings like Carrie Underwood and the guy from The Office, whose name escapes me at the moment, John Krasinski. There you go. Yeah, but they look great. I mean, I love Penelope and her cute little accent that some people diss on, but she's just so cute. They got married in the Bahamas, so speaking of hotness, there you go.
Definitely a hot, cute couple. So happy wedding to the two of them. So speaking of, we'll just put that out into the universe that Prince actually introduced the two of them. So that'll segue nicely into our next segment. You had some very exciting exclusive news this week. Tell us about that.
From the one and only Prince as well. Yeah. You know, there's been talk about Prince saying the internet is dead. I think it's been a little bit overblown. I understand where he's coming from, where he can't make a market off this stuff right now, so to him the internet is dead. But when it came time to announcing that he wanted to funk out late night over in Brussels, Belgium, we got contacted to freaking make the announcement of the after show. And we heard it was a rip-roaring success. It was supposed to be Larry Graham and Mint Condition and Prince. It just seemed like it was Larry and Prince playing with Larry during a set, wearing one of the hooded outfits that he bought from S&G Clothing with a Larry Graham shirt over it, and he just functified it, and we were able to get some exclusive photos from inside the place. Thanks to CK Paris One for that, but more importantly, thanks to Prince for reaching out for us and giving us this exclusive news. We completely appreciate all the support that he's given us, and we look forward to, making some announcements like this to look out for his fans. He's such a tremendously talented musician, and his late-night shows, these after shows are just legendary, and I heard that he funked it up with a new song called Future Soul Song from the 2010 album that you can't get in America unless you're pretty resourceful online. The CD did come out in newspapers overseas last week, and it's been getting some modest reviews, and Prince fans are pretty hard people to please, and they seem pretty pleased with it. I just can't wait to hear this stuff live. Can't wait for him to get back.
People are definitely excited about the CD, and I think some of the outlets, I think the Daily Mirror in the UK is making it available. You can buy the issue that the Prince CD was attached with and have it sent to the US if you really do want to get a copy. So there's some options there. But, yeah, that's the kind of news we love to post on drfunkenberry.com. So that was super, super cool.
Damn Skippy.
Okay. Yeah, you got that. So moving on, we lost a big figure in baseball this week.
Yeah, George Steinbrenner passed away 2 days after the longtime announcer died after being 99 years old, albeit he still wasn't broadcasting, but they still used him to do other stuff. Yeah, George Steinbrenner won 7 championships with the Yankees. He was one of the most, how do I put it, outspoken owners. A lot of owners, you don't know who owns the team in sports, but George Steinbrenner was one of the ones that you knew it. He'd fight with his players, he'd fight with the managers, and let all this stuff hang out in public. He will be missed for what he has done for the sport. There are other aspects of him that aren't exactly the most popular, but we'll try to remember him in the best of ways. And it's sad, you don't want to see anyone go with a massive heart attack the way that he did, but his legend will live on, and the Yankees are going to be hard to beat this year come World Series time again. So rest in peace, George Steinbrenner, on that note.
All right, everyone. Well, have a great weekend. Keep it cool and enjoy the days off.
Keep it funky, y'all.
right, it's hot, but you can't tell how.